Marie Antoinette once said, "Let them eat cake." At least that's how history remembers her. A queen so disconnected from reality that when her people were starving, she thought dessert was the answer. And today, we've got our own modern-day Marie Antoinette. His name is Donald Trump. While millions of Americans wait to find out if they'll get their SNAP benefits this month, he's not talking about hunger or rent or jobs. He's posting on Truth Social about a football stadium being renamed after him. He's telling reporters that he's tired of hearing about affordability, like it's some made-up problem. Meanwhile, families are deciding between groceries and gas. The courts ordered him to release the SNAP funds, money that's already approved. And instead of helping people eat, he's appealed to the Supreme Court to block it. That's not leadership. We know that. But I want you to know that it's actually cruelty. Our president is being cruel. And it's about control. Because when you control who eats, you control who speaks. This is our let them eat cake moment. And I know at some point in your life, maybe in middle school or high school, you read about this kind of thing in a history book and thought, how can people let that happen? I would never stand by and let that happen. Well, here we are. This is your moment in the history book. The question is, what are you going to do about it? I'm Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. I'm Chanelle, and this is Mindfck Monday, because the news should come with a trigger warning. Today, we're connecting the dots between hunger, power, and fear. From SNAP benefits and Supreme Court decisions to mass ICE raids in Chicago. And a mayor who took his case all the way to the United Nations for help. Because when a country starts starving its people and terrorizing its neighborhoods, the world pays attention. And so should we. Let's start with SNAP, because that's where so many of these problems begin, with power over basic survival. SNAP stands for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It helps families buy food when they can't afford it. Groceries, milk, bread, baby formula, millions rely on it every month. I've actually relied on it myself. As a 19-year-old first-time mother, I needed WIC. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I needed help. And WIC helped me. I had to go sit in the lobbies and the waiting rooms and show that I am using it properly and wisely. And I'll never forget it. It's hard. It was hard. I never thought any part of that process was easy. I didn't enjoy it. I did not like any part of it. So, hearing all of these people say, yeah, they're just taking advantage of the system. I don't know that that's fair because I didn't. Congress already approved the money. It's sitting there, ready to go. But President Trump refused to release the full payments. A federal court ordered him to pay it. And instead of helping hungry Americans, he appealed to the Supreme Court. And you already know how I feel about the Supreme Court. And if you don't, I'm about to tell you that I think they're corrupt. I think they're corrupt. So it's no surprise that he did that because he's got them in his back pocket. Think about it. He's not fighting for national security. He's not fighting for infrastructure. He's fighting to stop people from eating. He wants control, because hunger is control. When people are worried about their next meal, they stop paying attention to the laws being passed, to the rights being taken away, to who's getting rich while they're struggling. When people are hungry, they're easy to silence. SNAP isn't just a food program, it's a lifeline, and it's a mirror. It shows us who our leaders really are. And right now, our leader is saying, you don't matter. This isn't some policy debate. This is cruelty. And when you mix that cruelty with fear in our neighborhoods, fear of the government showing up at your door, that's when the system starts to break down. And that's exactly what's happening right now with ICE. The same government that's blocking food is sending agents into American neighborhoods with masks and assault gear. And in one city in Chicago, people are saying enough. Their mayor took a stand that no U.S. mayor has ever taken before. He went to the United Nations to ask for help. Here's what's been happening in Chicago and cities like it across the country. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has been carrying out raids that look more like a military operation than law enforcement. Helicopters, armored vehicles, agents wearing masks, and videos. Oh my God, what the fuck? These actions don't just create fear, they break trust. People stop calling 911. They stop reporting crimes because when the police and ICE look the same, who do you call when you need help? It's not just undocumented people being targeted. There are reports of U.S. citizens being detained because of mistaken identity. When you put money into the system, it doesn't matter who they're taking, right? They get paid either way. As long as they bring people to the detention center, the details can be worked out later. That's not law enforcement. That's intimidation. And this is where the story takes a powerful turn. Chicago's mayor, Brandon Johnson, did something unheard of. He went before the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva, Switzerland, and then he testified against our own, federal government. He told them what's happening in his city and across America are human rights violations. Now let's break that down to what that actually means. The United Nations Human Rights Council, or UNHRC, is a global group of 47 countries. Their job is to hold nations accountable when they abuse their own citizens. They investigate. They issue public reports. They apply global pressure. The kind that damages reputations, trade relationships, and political credibility. They've investigated torture, genocide, and the suppression in countries like Syria, Sudan, and Russia. They can't arrest anyone, but they can expose a government on the world stage. That's what Mayor Johnson just did. He called for an independent investigation into the United States, into us. And it matters, because when international eyes are on America, it strips away the illusion that this is normal. It tells the world we are not okay. And for the first time in a long time, I felt something I haven't felt since President Manchild was elected. Hope. Because if a city mayor can stand before the UN and say, help us, maybe there's still a chance we can hold this government accountable. Maybe there's still a chance that decency wins. The UN can't fix us, but they can shine a light so bright that the world can't look away. And if that light makes Trump nervous, good. He should be nervous. Meanwhile, something else is happening, something big. The midterm elections brought a blue wave, a real blue wave. New York elected Mondami, a progressive who's not afraid to call out billionaires. Virginia elected its first female governor. New Jersey elected its first Democratic woman governor. Women and progressives are rising. Can you feel it? I know I can. And it's shaking the foundation of the old guard. Steve Bannon said if Republicans lose control, some of us will be going to prison. Yeah, I think so. Hell yeah, actually. So sorry. Mike Johnson tried to claim Trump wasn't even on the ballot. Translation? They're scared. They see what's coming. Accountability, change, exposure. And that's why they are clinging to control. Through fear, through food, through force. But the people are waking up. They're paying attention. They're not starving in silence. The moment isn't just about politics. It's about humanity. It's about who we choose to be when our neighbors are hurting. Because every time someone stands outside an ICE detention center with water, blankets, or a sign that says you are not alone, that's America. Every time a volunteer helps feed kids whose SNAP cards stop working, that's America. Every time someone shows up, even when it's uncomfortable, that's who we are. We are not cruel by nature. We are not indifferent. We are inherently good. Don't let them tell you empathy is a weakness. Don't let them tell you that caring about your neighbor makes you soft. Compassion isn't soft. It's strength. Don't let them convince you that they are the standard of what it means to be American. They're not. They are the very thing we're fighting against as Americans. And if I have to draw comparisons to history every single time to make you see it, I will. Because that's my job. That's why I'm here. That's my calling. Just like the activist chain, we show up for each other. We protect each other. We speak when others can't. So if you're ready to be part of something real, join us. The first activist chain leadership meeting is November 23rd at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can RSVP by responding to my newsletter. I'll send it again if you haven't signed up, or send me an email at christy@activistchain.com and I will send you a link to be a part of that meeting. Because this isn't just about politics. This is about people. I'm Christy Chanelle. This has been Mindfck Monday. Thank you for being here. I have more hope because you're listening.